Well, and there it is. That gasket surface is cleaning up pretty nice. Everything else looks pretty good. I found little bits of gasket in here. I'm going to clean them out. But it's working okay. And I'm going to clean out the bottom of this and get the oil out of there. But man, that gasket right here was just missing. Completely blown out. And again, this was the factory gasket. You can see what's left here. I'm still cleaning it up. It's a little black. So I'll put it together and, you know, watch the governor shaft and get that set again over here as the governor. All right. And I'll get that set properly when I put it back together. Oil pump shaft's in the cover right now, and I'll drop that back in. I'm redoing the seal on the tail shaft, and this is clean. It's got oil in it, but it's clean. There's no damage here, no damage here, no damage on the cover. Right now, this thing's got about 16 thou in play. It's supposed to have anywhere from 2 to 30, so I'm very happy with that. And like I said, I don't see any major damage. And the motor was full of oil. The mower was covered with oil, but the motor had oil in it. So at least whoever had, you know, the folks that had it before me is like, well, you know, it leaks, but, you know, they didn't run it out of oil, which is good because this thing would have just eaten itself if they ran it out of oil. So I got a new regulator. I'll replace this too while I got it apart. That regulator ain't no good. You know, classic complaint, John Deere, bad battery. It's not the bad battery. Regulators cook. Doesn't matter whether it's Kohler, Briggs, whatever. But, yeah, this is coming right along. I'll finish cleaning up this gasket surface. And then, you know, and get that damn shaft out of the way. So, yeah, it's not the cleanest thing. I can, you know, power wash it or something like that. But these pipes are in good shape. So, there's nothing really bad here. The other pin's in the, that pin's in the cover. And I'll put it in here before I put it back together. But the bottom of this, you know, looking down in here, pistons aren't busted. You know, it actually looks pretty good. Looking down at the cam, the followers, they're pretty clean. None of those lobes are wiped. So, pretty happy with the condition here. And again, it was running before I pulled it off the tractor. It was real simple. 4 bolts, and off she came. Of course, the earlier pictures were a little redneck out on the front porch, but it was getting dark, so I brought it inside the shop in the basement and finish her up. So that's that. And what I'll do is I'll take more clips and we'll finish putting it back together, and then I'll show you putting it back in the tractor with the brand new muffler, the brand new regulator, and get her fired up. Alright, and she's pretty much ready to go. No dust in the sump. The gasket surface is all cleaned up. Pins are in. Took a look at this. I'm going to hit that, strangely enough, this thing was gushing oil, but the main seal was not leaking. But I'm going to do the main seal anyway, seeing as I got it this far down. So I'm going to hit this with some Scotch-Brite. I'm not going to let that, you know, I don't want it to catch the seal and damage it. So when I got barking frogs down here. Before I put the seal in, that'll do that. And you can see, you know, you can see a little tiny bit of seal wear, but, you know, that's not, you can't feel it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm not even gonna try and polish that up. That shaft looks really nice. So I'm happy with that. No nicks, no bangs, and like I said, just a patina of rust around the shaft where the pulley met it. So even though it was coated with oil, it obviously wasn't leaking out of the main seal. But then again, it was blowing out right here by the cylinder, right in between these two holes. There was no gasket here. It was just blowing right out there. And of course the oil filter is right here, and you'd think, hey, you know, maybe. No, not the oil filter. It's just a Briggs & Stratton twin cylinder, and they all leak eventually. But we got the gasket upgrade kit. So look at here. It's hardly anywhere at all. You know, look at this. Nowhere. So, I mean, this thing is barely, just a tiny, incy weensy, just a little scuffing. So, that kind of lends itself with regard to the end play. And obviously, I wouldn't want it too tight anyway. So, when I put this gasket on, after I torque the cover on, I absolutely will recheck the end play. You don't want this too tight. So, you know, they say 3 to 30. Yeah. In my mind, 3's too damn tight. The motor will blow apart. I'm happy with the 15 I had before I took it apart. So if it goes back 15, you know, even if it goes back 10, if it goes back 3, I'm going to double up the gaskets or something. There's no way that I'm going to do it that tight. But I'll Scotch-Brite this before I put it back together. I'm going to throw the side cover in the parts cleaner. So, I mean, that's small enough I can take it out to the garage and throw it in the parts cleaner. I'm not going to throw this motor in the parts cleaner. It's completely assembled. But I'll throw the bottom cover on in the parts cleaner and clean it up. There's really no gasket material on it. You know, I'll pull the oil pump out of it before I reassemble it. Just because I want to have the oil pump cover off before I put the pin in. So I'll have that apart before I put it back onto the motor. But it's getting late. I'll probably pick this up in the morning. What the hell do you know? It's just another clip in the video. Moving on. Okay. That's the parts cleaner. We're just getting the slime off. This, of course, had huge goops of stuff all over it because of the oil leaking all over this. It's obviously worse on the other side. Most of that's clean already. So this is an easy clean because the motor was just coated in oil. And I'll probably do the top too, just so, you know, I got the motor this far apart. The inside looks really, really good. I'll just give the outside a nice clean, slap it all back together, and watch your framing, dummy. And get this seal replaced here. You guys might like my little trick for the seal. Everybody warns about damaging that seal. I've got a way that you can't damage that seal. I use it in valve guides all the time, but for some reason you see the guys going at these seals with picks on lawnmowers and stuff like that. It's an easy fix. You'll You find it in your recycle bin. Coming up more. Well, alright. I was pulling her apart to make sure I got it clean. And looky here. It melted. So I gotta redo this too. I wish I knew how to identify which one this was. So, wish she's cooked. I don't want to take a chance on that. It's all melted. So, might have overheated it. Running with a blown regulator. I don't know. So, got a brand new regulator in the box, but she's over here. There's a brand new regulator right in the box. But, so, that'll allow me to. There was a lot of debris in the covers and everything else, so I'll get the rest of this slime off of here. Again, that's just dirt and oil. It's nothing really. It'll clean right off. But I'm kind of glad I pulled off the. There's a little bit of oil yet. Glad I pulled off the flywheel, which came off real easy. And that seal's good, so she's not getting any oil there at all, so need to do all of there too. Oh well, there we have it. Well, all right, it's all pretty and clean pretty much. So yeah, I just threw the whole damn thing in the parts cleaner. That really shined right up. So you know, look around. Again, I didn't throw the gasket in yet, so I just rinsed all that sludge off of it. We'll put the new the new alternator came in. The rest of the seals came in, and even the governor seal came in. So I'll get the governor seal on it. And the governor seal's right here. And we'll knock her back together. We'll throw it on the mower. And we'll button it up. We'll put the new alternator in there. We'll put the flywheel on it. I'll clean all the rest of those parts. You know, I didn't get that really good. It's still a little grimy over there. I'll get that wiped off before it comes out of the parts cleaner. You're going through this level of effort, might as well get it clean, right? So there we go. I cleaned it up. Now time to go back together on the tractor. And it'll get new plugs, new oil, new filter. All of that's coming. All right.